it was weird almost to see the captain say farewell, but obviously fitting. Skip Bayless, your thoughts?
Stephen A. Smith, I know how big a Derek Jeter fan you are. I'm not a Yankee fan, as you well know. I got goosebumps watching this unfold during and after the game. I couldn't stop watching Derek's post-game press conference because it was the first time in 20 years as a Yankee he had actually opened up, dropped his guard, let down his hair, opened his heart, and showed it to everyone who was watching the post-game press conference. But this is a man, as we spoke of yesterday, who has always had very good talent but not great talent, but who has always found himself in huge New York Yankee moments in which he has willed himself into all-time greatness. See last night. It had to end this way. But what I couldn't get out of my head was it was almost like, as we just heard in the clip we heard, it was almost like it was scripted and the two teams had rehearsed the whole scenario because it was so preposterous that it made you almost laugh in the end how it unfolded. Remember, Derek Jeter goes to the plate for his first at-bat, and he said later he was so messed up emotionally he forgot to wear his leg guard, his shin guard. And what does he do? He promptly hits the ball off the left field fence for a double. And then later in the game comes up, broken bat dribbler to J.J. Hardy at shortstop, who has won the last 2 Gold Gloves. And J.J. Hardy throws it away. And Derek Jeter once again triumphs because 2 runs score off a dribbler to shortstop. And then what happens? It's the top of the 9th, and David Robertson, who has the 3rd most saves in the American League, is in to close it out. And what happens? He blows the save. It's impossible. He gives up not 1, he gives up 2 home runs, a 2-run shot and a solo. And the bottom of the 9th wouldn't have happened unless David Robertson coughs up the lead, and he did. 5-2 becomes 5-5. And then the bottom of the 9th happened. As you know, a walk, a sac bunt, and Derek Jeter walks to the plate, and you just knew what was coming. And it's the first pitch, and it's the same swing we've seen 1,000 times. He inside-outs it to right field. Right field, it had to be to right field. And it's not just a walk-off single, it's a walk into the sunset single. For Derek Jeter, it's impossible. I loved it. I will never forget it. I thank Derek Jeter for it. Yet my favorite quote of the night was, he said, "People keep thanking me for what I did." And he said, "Why are you thanking me? I just did my job." Well, didn't that pretty much sum up this man? As did last night. Go.
It was special, man. You know how I feel about El Capitan. There is no doubt about that. It gave me goosebumps as well. It was just phenomenal to see. I mean, when he hit the first hit I thought was a homer. I thought that was going over the wall. That was the only hiccup as far as I'm concerned, because as the ball was in flight, you thought it was going over the wall and that this dude was going to, end this night or, start off the game, his at-bat with a home run. And, you just saw the people in attendance. You saw his family there. You saw friends and loved ones there. Practically everybody was a loved one last night, because anybody that knows anything about Derek Jeter, the baseball player and the professional, you can do nothing but appreciate the level of greatness, the level of professionalism. I mean, I just can't say enough about what he's meant to me as a diehard Yankee fan, all my life. This guy is absolutely phenomenal, and he personifies and exemplifies everything that's great about baseball, everything that's great about a professional athlete. He delivers. And last night, to hit that single, to bring home the winning run, it was just apropos. And did you remember, Skip, I shouldn't say almost, it was destiny. Because this game was supposed to be rained out. Yeah. This game was supposed to be torrential rains, and everybody was talking about how the game would not be made up unless somehow, some way, it would influence the Baltimore Orioles in terms of, the playoff picture and what have you, where they would play, or et cetera. And I'm just looking at Derek Jeter, and I'm saying, look, before the game, I was almost tempted to say it, but I didn't, Skip. I was like, it's not going to rain. It's not going to stop the game. It's Derek Jeter's night. There is no way You understand that Mother Nature's going to kick in and ruin this night. It's just not going to happen. And sure enough, it didn't happen. It was just something special, man. But when it comes to Derek Jeter, can we legitimately say that we're surprised? We're not, because this guy responds and he delivers when called upon most. And the moment that existed last night, which was his moment, his night, his final night in Yankee pinstripes at Yankee Stadium, is just nothing that was going to mess that up. And I just can't say enough about it. He is one of the greatest to have ever played as far as I'm concerned, and he's my all-time favorite as a professional athlete. If I wanted to be like somebody, it would be to be like him. Just certain things you simply can't do.
Yep.
Perfection doesn't come along very often, but he's as close to perfection as it gets as a professional athlete.
Well said. Final note, Derek Jeter said after the game, I won't play shortstop in the 3 games in Boston. And he said, I hope the Red Sox are okay with this, which they will be.
We played that. Yeah, we played that clip. He did. It was really nice.
And it was cool to hear that. And I don't think anybody will have a problem with that, because he just wanted to remember the view from shortstop at Yankee Stadium. And with him crouching down out at shortstop in front of the world and saying his pregame prayer one last time, it was really something to watch.